Object Visibility, Step 2. A very short introduction to Stellarium. After you have created your list of objects, you want to check whether they are visible on the night that you plan to do observations. And for that purpose, I recommend using this free software called Stellarium. It can be downloaded from stellarium.org and it's available for multiple platforms. Download it for the appropriate platform. Follow the installation instructions and install the software. It's pretty straightforward to install it. After you have installed the software, open it, and this is how it will appear when you open it, more or less. So what we are looking at here is a simulated view of how the sky appears right now from this location, Profil Observatory. You can find the current location down here, and you want to change that to the observatory location that you plan to observe from. And in order to do that, you need to open a secret bar over here in the left panel. In the top of that bar you have an option called Location Window. Click on that and look up the appropriate location, for instance Profil. And Profil Observatory is here in the list. When you click once on this target icon, it will update the current location with all the details, latitude, longitude, altitude. You could even change the altitude. In retrospect, it should be about 90 meters from Profil Observatory. That doesn't really change a lot here. But anyway, this is the current location. Boom. It's updated down here. I forgot to put in the name of the current location, but it's updated to Profil Observatory. And now the next thing you want to do is to change the date and time. In order to do that, you need to open up this left menu panel again. Click on the next menu item called Date Time Window. So let's say that you have the telescope available for you in a couple of days. And if the weather permits, in 2 days' time, then you want to check whether the objects that you found on your list is visible on that night. So let's see. In a couple of days it should be dark around 18:30. And then you need to find the targets. So let's just have a look at one of the targets. Again, open up the left panel, click on Search Window, and let's have a look at M31, or the Andromeda Galaxy. It's quite famous. And whoa, lo and behold, it's actually visible on that evening. Now, one of the things that I recommend that you do when you're using Stellarium is just have a look at how the target will appear in a couple of hours. So usually what you want to do when you're observing M31 is that you want to take multiple pictures over long periods of time. So let's see how it will appear in a couple of hours. You can open up the lower bar here and actually fast forward time using this panel. You'll notice that time moves forward in a faster pace. And you can even see the stars moving, the Earth rotating, and so on. So right about now, I would say it's not possible to observe this target from Profil Observatory. One of the other things that you can use this program to do is have an azimuthal grid, which will allow you to see how high the target is above the horizon. And for this particular target, M31, after a couple of hours, it's just below 30 degrees over the horizon. You can read these bars all the way over here, plus 30, plus 20, plus 10. And for the telescope at Profil Observatory, you cannot go below roughly 20 degrees above the horizon. That is the minimum level that you can use the telescope at. And I really recommend looking at targets much higher than that. Usually near zenith is the best option due to the fact that there's less atmosphere that you have to look through, and so on and so forth. These are details for another video. I just wanted to show you, to give you a quick overview of this fantastic software, Stellarium.